former Texas mayor has been arrested again, along with 3 other officials. It's interesting that after the first arrest of this left-wing mayor, Pauline Gonzalez, the mainstream media was trying to defend the mayor by attacking the local sheriff. They tried to smear the local sheriff, saying that she was driven by a right-wing anti-government agenda in even thinking about trying to investigate the mayor for corruption, and the sheriff was intimidating Democrats and Latinos by looking into this corruption of these Democrat politicians. So this Raw Story article, very bizarre how they're trying to originally frame this from 2016. They were going after the sheriff, saying that Democrats even have to gather fearfully in safe houses to air their complaints. Among these complaints by local Democrats was the fact that the sheriff dared to even investigate this mayor, saying that the sheriff was driven by a right-wing anti-government agenda meant to intimidate minority and left-wing officials, including her September arrest of Mayor Pauline Gonzalez on public corruption charges. The mainstream media, this quote from Raw Story going along with this, saying not to investigate the mayor, and it is wrong and bigoted and just right-wing bias to even think about investigating public corruption by the mayor. So that was 2015, the first charges, and now we have a new update. The mayor and 3 other officials arrested again this week for organized crime and corruption in Edwards County. These 4 former Rock Springs officials have been charged with multiple crimes after the Edwards County Sheriff's Office says serious crimes involving public funds have occurred and more arrests may be pending. Pauline Gonzalez, former Rock Springs mayor, is charged with official oppression, a Class A misdemeanor, credit card abuse, a state jail felony, and engaging in organized crime, a felony of the 3rd degree. She reportedly surrendered to the Edwards County Detention Center after discovering that authorities were looking for her, according to the Edwards County Sheriff's Office. Gonzalez was released after posting bonds totaling $41,000. It's also Ramiro Gonzalez Jr., the husband of Pauline Gonzalez, charged with credit card abuse and engaging in organized crime. Ramiro Gonzalez Jr. reportedly surrendered to the Edwards County Detention Center after discovering that authorities were looking for him. Ramiro Gonzalez was released after posting bonds totaling $35,000. Also charged is Ramona Beanick, the former Rock Springs City Secretary. She's been charged with credit card abuse, engaging in organized crime and criminal attempt to commit tampering with government documents, a Class A misdemeanor. Beanick was reportedly arrested and is free on bonds totaling $41,000. Lastly, Daniel Garcia, the former Rock Springs Public Works Director, is charged with credit card abuse, engaging in organized crime and theft, possession of stolen property, $2,500 to $30,000, a state jail felony. Garcia was reportedly arrested in Rock Springs, Texas, and was booked into the Edwards County Sheriff's Office. Garcia was released after posting bonds totaling $51,000. The theft was discovered incident to a search warrant that was executed at Garcia's residence on May 21st, 2019. The Edwards County Sheriff's Office says a complaint was filed on February 19th, 2019, concerning a severe shortage of funds in the city of Rock Springs. Former Mayor Pauline Gonzalez had just resigned the week before. There's another previous article here calling this a surprise resignation by the mayor. And they say again that it was Sheriff Pamela Elliott, who it seems like the mainstream media has been trying to go after to protect the mayor previously. That's what it looks like, at least. Pamela Elliott was the one that assigned Daryl Volkman to investigate the case and stayed in touch throughout the entire investigation. The Edwards County Sheriff's Office says that they interviewed several people and looked over financial records and a paper trail that had issues that needed to be addressed. They then executed several search warrants and said the findings supported the case for more investigation. Right now, investigators are working with a forensic accountant to determine where every penny went. Sheriff's office saying that they know how they did, but they don't know where the money went once the crime was committed, but that they are sure there is a paper trail that will determine where the money ended up. It's an interesting review of this case directly from the Edwards County Sheriff's Office, saying, quote, in early 2016, then Mayor Pauline Gonzalez was indicted on several charges, including abuse of office, nepotism, and abuse of official capacity. Then Mayor Gonzalez was offered a plea bargain and pled guilty to one misdemeanor, bargaining out the felonies, and was advised to step down as mayor. Pauline Gonzalez stepped down as mayor in 2016, but then ran in the city election and won. Ironically, there were many complaints of stuffing the ballot boxes and illegally voting. Ramona Beanick was put in charge of the voting. This other person charged today, this other official, Ramona Beanick, she was the one in charge of the voting. Republican chairperson Kathy Walker filed a complaint with the Edwards County Sheriff's Office, stating that there were many discrepancies with the voting. The investigation uncovered 18 criminal violations, naming 8 individuals. A recusal letter was written to Sheriff Pamela Elliott from investigator Daryl Volkman, asking if Sheriff Elliott would write a recusal letter to County Attorney Alan Ray Moody, misdemeanor jurisdiction, and the district attorney. Sheriff Elliott in turn wrote the letter on June 12, 2017. The case sat idle in the district attorney's office until Joseph Stinson, Criminal Investigations Division of the Texas Attorney General's Office, picked up the case from the District Attorney's Office and took the case to the Texas Attorney General's Office and handed it to the unit that handles the investigations for voting fraud. For some reason, it still has not been addressed. The case has been completed, ready for indictment since June 12, 2017, seat again in Rock Springs, and failing to prosecute the case has been ever presented to the grand jury. After the smoke is cleared, the city of Rock Springs, Texas, is in a financial crisis. The new city leaders have inherited the task of rebuilding the finances at City Hall. Not long ago, there was a certificate of deposit that was over $100,000, and the city is presently operating at a minus $31,000. After reviewing the minutes of city meetings, it was determined that cashing the certificate of deposit was addressed, but was never approved by the city council. At least it was never stated in the minutes that city council approved it. The money is now gone. These 4 people have played an important role in breaking the city of Rock Springs, Texas, but there may be 3 more. The Edwards County Sheriff's Office is still digging for more information. There have been many attempts to get the county judge and Sheriff Pamela Elliott ousted from office, and we've seen the mainstream media's compliance in that, saying that they have to go due to the fact that they are standing against the corruption and fighting it on a daily basis. Ex-Mayor Pauline Gonzalez even asked the Attorney General's office execute a search warrant at the Economic Development Committee office, claiming the judge was misappropriating funds. The city of Rock Springs handles that, not the judge. Then there was an investigation of Sheriff Elliott by the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers would not go forward with the case because they found out that it was bogus. Once again, trying to remove the sheriff and county judge for fighting corruption. So a very interesting conflict going on here, it looks like, with law enforcement and local Democrats trying to do anything to stop them from actually investigating what is going on. Let me know what you think. I will continue to follow this case and any other updates, anything related. Please let me know any other connections that you can think of. Also, in the video description are links to my Patreon account, patreon.com/realityreader, where you can support the channel, as well as paypal.me/realityreader. A couple dollars makes a huge difference, helps me keep talking about these issues. YouTube is still trying to prevent any kind of independent news content from getting out there, so thanks everybody that is manually sharing these videos, sharing the channel, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. YouTube unsubscribes people on purpose as well. If you leave a like on this video, greatly appreciated. Thanks very much once again. I will follow up soon.